Welcome back to bonding.
Welcome back to bonding.
I hate holding. Why do I look awkward and you hold your there? Can you hold your whole thing?
I can hold my whole thing.
Okay, whatever. I just feel. Anyways.
It's much. I have more years' experience holding
just
it
look
on my own
awkward?
like this.
Like.
What do you mean? We both look the same.
I guess.
Do you feel awkward?
Like I don't know. Yeah. Maybe I'm used to the stands. I got used to the stands, and now we're back holding it.
Yeah.
All right. Whatever.
Well, only you were able to afford furniture, but you seem to spend all your money
This
on
was
this apartment.
expensive.
This is a nice couch.
Well, what's annoying is that it's a cheap couch.
Yeah.
But then once you deliver it and then you hire someone to put it together, it is then an expensive couch.
You built this couch?
I did not. I hired someone to.
I didn't even know you could.
Came
build
in a
couch.
box in pieces. Isn't that crazy?
What?
I didn't know you could build couches.
Is this a Lego?
This is a Lego.
I didn't know you could build
Lego.
couches. I thought
Lego.
Lego?
Lego.
Who are you?
Legos.
Lego.
Legos.
I would like to have a Lego with my croissant.
It's Legos.
Lego. Lego Star Wars.
Lego.
Lego Star Wars. Lego Star Wars.
You said Lego.
Yeah,
Anyways,
Lego.
That's funny.
Lego. Lego.
IKEA. There's a joke
Lego.
about IKEA.
That's Chris Brown.
All right,
Lego.
Should we start this a normal way?
No, I think we got our intro just from
All
that.
right. Okay, so a question that I would like to know, since, we haven't caught up in a while, and it just is nice and thought-provoking. What did you learn recently that has really helped you? Like a fun fact that it could be a fun fact, it could be like a life lesson, something that like really like you're like, wow, if I didn't implement that or know that, my life would be different right now.
Something recently. It's so hard when you know so much.
Right? No, that's why this question, I was like, I'm going to get him. I'm going to get him with this.
You're kind of stumping me because I'm trying to, anytime someone tells me something, I give them the illusion that they're teaching it to me for the first time because I'm empathetic and I don't want them, it's like showing someone a meme and you're like, I've seen it.
I feel like it's like when you laugh at people's jokes.
No, I never do.
No, you have that and you throw your head back, and I'm always like, I don't know if you're actually laughing at me or if you're just doing your show pony.
No, you'll know a show pony laugh.
I've seen them.
Yeah, so you would know.
I don't know. Sometimes I say things I'm like, that wasn't that funny.
But the personality and all the history that comes with the joke is what makes it funny.
All right, fair enough.
Dynamic
I'll
makes
take that.
funny.
Thank you. That's very thoughtful. That's very nice.
Yeah,
That's kind.
I personally probably made a huge mistake having you co-host this podcast, but I think you're hilarious.
Wow.
Did that infringe on our
friendship?
friendship?
Was a sandwiched.
That was a it's because I'm stalling for time. I didn't make a mistake having her co-host this podcast. I love it.
Thanks.
I'm trying to think. Something recently that I learned that has helped me a lot.
Yeah.
I learned that my blender could also be used as a food processor. And that's helped me because I make a lot of buffalo chicken, and the hardest thing about buffalo chicken is cutting it up so thin so it's stringy.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned that if I put my blender on a certain setting, it chops it up and makes it much easier for me to add the other ingredients.
There's a visual with chicken in a blender that really upsets me.
I don't look at it when I'm blending it.
That's like a chicken smoothie.
I don't want to know how the sausage gets made as I'm making the sausage. It's really a good practice in shutting out negative thoughts.
That's really creative.
As you're doing something you shouldn't be doing anyway.
That's really creative.
Yeah,
Who thought of the blender as the food processor?
Yeah.
You were just making it one day and you're like, you know what? I know what I can do.
I was like, yeah, this is taking too long. Is there another way?
Do you have a food processor?
I do now.
Got
I've
it.
had one this whole time.
I mean, what's the difference really between a blender and a food processor?
Like $30. That's the difference. And I saved.
Wait, I wrote down what's the difference. Oh, so today I was setting up my TV, and it was asking me if it was in the living room or the family room.
Right.
And I'm like, what's the difference between a living room and a family room?
About 40 years, kid. because we used to have something in this country called an American Dream,
Oh, got
where
it.
you had
A family.
you had a family, couple of kids that you never really talked to, but they needed something, and you paid for it because that's how you showed love. You didn't say, I love you, son. You said, here's 40 grand for college. Don't ever look at me in the eyes. I'll be there for your first football game, and I'll
That's
be there
not-
for the last 20 minutes
that's
of your
not-
graduation. And every year up until then, we will sit in front of this TV as a family and eat and not look at each other at all. Reagan, 84.
That's a family room.
That's a family room.
What's a living room then?
Well, does it even matter if you don't have a family?
I'm still stumped.
I guess the difference between a living room and a family room is you know how much you're open to life, bro.
All right, so
This
you don't.
feels like a living room.
Yeah, I'm
this is a
living
living
in it.
room.
Yeah,
A
there's
living
no
room-
family involved in this
There's
room.
no family. There's no love anywhere in
There's
this
no
apartment.
love.
That's why it reminds me a lot of a family room. It reminds me of my family.
No, that's why I set it up like this.
You set it up, and I just
I feel at home. Yeah.
But I guess a family room, because you gotta think like family room's got pictures of the family.
That's,
It's got.
should I Google it?
Is there? I don't know a family and living room. Did you ever have a house or a room in your house when you were growing up that you weren't allowed to go in?
No.
My grandparents had
My
one. But
grandparents
that
definitely
also
had a
might be
room
black
like
thing.
that.
They
No,
had a
they
room
had
like
like
that.
a with the porcelain things
Yeah.
everywhere, like the porcelain cabbage and the porcelain bunny and the porcelain. You know, it's like
Yeah.
a room of just trinkets.
Your parents may have just been serial killers.
No, that was at
And
my
the porcelain
grandparents.
teeth
That's
and
my
the ivory tusks.
it's my grandparents. I
apartheid
think all
era.
grandparents have either a spoon rack. Like
Yeah,
the
so they can
spoons
pick
on the
one out
wall.
to beat
Have you
with.
seen the spoons on the wall? My grandmother
Not since
had
I
a
started taking medication. I ain't seen the spoons on the wall in 3 months, kid. Oh man, they're back.
no.
Snakes.
In SpongeBob, his grandmother had a spoon display, and I remember
Yeah.
being like, "Oh my god, my grandma has one of
You
those."
know how dumb I was as a kid? I thought SpongeBob's grandma was a cookie. I didn't
She
realize that she
is.
was an older sponge.
Oh,
Wow. Okay. Now I don't feel so bad. If you're
I thought
just
she
learning
was
that
a
too.
cookie.
No, she's an older sponge.
Oh,
Sponges
it's like
when you
mold
use 'em.
spots.
Yeah, mold spots.
I thought because
She's going
she
through
made
menopause.
cookies too. It was grandma's
she had made cookies
cookie.
already. Grandma made a few cookies in her
Yeah,
day.
yeah, she did.
Yeah.
Grandma
But
made good cookies.
spoons on the wall.
Yeah.
I don't remember spoons on the wall. They did have like
It was
a
neat. She was a quick flash to the wall, but
Yeah.
that's a
There
very
was
niche.
my dad's parents had like a cabinet filled with glass that you could never touch.
like crystal.
No, just like glasses and shit.
Okay.
Like
Well,
like
they
nice
weren't
I mean,
like
maybe
crystal,
they were crystal.
like they had
I
like
should find
chisels
that
in
out
them.
because
You know.
there's
They
a
were
little bit of
sparkly.
a will going on right now.
Ooh,
and
we better get in there.
maybe I should get into that
It's that crystal.
that crystal.
That glass.
It's my birthright. Do you identify as blonde?
Yeah. Well, I've always been blonde.
Yeah. Do you
I
have
was-
blonde moments
Yeah, I think we all do.
without
You
being
have
blonde?
them.
I
yeah,
do.
Yeah.
I'm a walking blonde moment.
Oh, I did that. Yeah, my blonde moment clip. Yeah.
Oh,
I've
right,
had- yeah.
right. I got
Sorry.
insanely jealous for no reason when you posted that clip.
One time thing.
I
so sorry.
yeah, like that's what I got. I was like, what is she? Is mine not enough? Are we not doing enough on
no,
the
no,
show?
no, you're more. Should I tell the people the blonde moment story? It's not that good. It's
Yeah,
just,
what was your
it's
blonde?
stupid.
Tell me your blonde moment story. I don't remember it.
My greatest
was
blonde
seething with
moment.
rage.
Okay, you just saw red.
I just saw red.
My greatest one of them that comes to mind is I was on a Southwest flight and they give you peanuts.
Mhm.
And on the package, all it said was bite-sized FARES. So I'm looking at this package and I'm like, I know they said peanuts, but I look at my sister and I go, "What's a bite-sized Ferez?" And she goes, "Tori, bite-sized fairs." Fairs. And she never let me live that one down.
Just the whole rest of the trip, she just kept going fairs.
No, she after that I think she
Fairs.
just stopped talking to
I'm
me.
not even sure what a fair is.
Like a fee, like a plane fare. Like the cost of the trip is a fare,
Right.
which is a weird ass word
Is that
anyways.
what they
Fuck
were-
that word.
I mean,
They were trying to say that they're it's so cheap, they're bite-sized fares.
that's a horrible way to market
Right?
a product towards somebody.
That's why I'm like, what the hell is a
Yeah.
Ferez and what's in this bag? Yeah. So okay, so you're making me feel
if you
better.
go to buy a house, they're not gonna be like, "This is an appetizing debt cycle."
See?
We shouldn't associate food terms with finances.
And literally, there were.
I like
it
to
didn't say
keep those
peanuts
words separate.
anywhere. So thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So that wasn't that blonde.
Well, I had when I was growing up. My aunt was dating this Scientologist who taught me how to play trumpet. That's I know that's a loaded sentence, but he was a cool guy. I'm just gonna say his name. His name was William. I won't say his last name, but he was a really cool guy. I loved him a lot. He was really. He was like into music and stuff, and he was a band teacher. And I remember he brought me into the recording studio when I was a kid once, and we recorded a rap. And he was just like, this was probably my first exercise in improv comedy. Cause he was like, just say
now
a line,
look at you.
and then rap it. And I remember the rap was like, woke up Sunday morning, looked up at my wall, saw this big mosquito playing baseball. And then like we wrote a whole rest of the song after that. And I thought it was so
that
cool.
That's still in there.
It's still in there.
Does this file exist on?
No, it's nowhere. Because they had a very falling out. My aunt is kind of schizophrenic, and he was
kind of
Scientologist.
What a duo.
She doesn't listen to this, or most of her personality don't. But I remember it because I remember it was so cool, like recording a line and going back and listening to it. Like that was really my first time I learned like how
you heard your own voice.
I learned at a young age, like, oh, I could do this for a living.
Rapping?
I wanted to be a rapper for a long time.
Really?
Yeah. When I was like 11 or 12, I had my career mapped out. I was going to be a rapper. My name was going to be White Chocolate, and I was going to be able to do songs. And I was going to do a R&B song with Avril Lavigne. I was going to do a feature.
Wait, that would have been brilliant. You can still hit up
ready
Avril.
for it. I would love for her to be on the podcast.
Can you sing?
No. People tell me I can't. I have like I think I can hold a tune, but I can't sing. I know what I can do, and I know what I can't do. I can kind of sing. I can kind of dance.
Rapping is kind of
rapping
singing.
is I shouldn't say it's easy, but it's fun because it takes the same parts of your brain.
Could you do a freestyle right now about White Claw?
No, I'm not your freestyle monkey.
Okay, just thought I'd try.
But
I feel like the back of your brain is like conjuring up.
No, I thought of like 7 rhymes.
Yeah, I know.
Because the funny, it's
hit
easier.
Hit me with one of the rhymes that you just thought of. Just for
You said that like a substitute teacher in a Spike Lee movies.
If you said you got 7,
you
let's
just
hear
turn
one
your
of
chair
them.
around. Hit me with one of your fresh rhymes, Contrail. I think you can get
You're
out
just
of here one
buying
day.
time
You got
you
a gift.
You didn't come up with anything.
I did, but I'm not gonna.
What is
I don't
it?
have to prove my.
Say it.
No, I'm not. I don't have to prove my music career to you anymore. I have 3 platinum records.
I just
want to
know what's happening in your mind.
Listen, is this too close to Juneteenth for you to be demanding things like this from me? And I want you to understand what you're saying with your microaggressions.
I was just pushing you to.
Oh, I know.
Your creative outlet.
I felt it.
I wanted to push you to be better.
Fun. There's all these like nerdy improv dudes who you would never think in a million years could carry.
Aren't all improv dudes nerdy?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, they are. I mean, but like they're some of the best freestylers because especially if you have a beat, it's almost like.
So you're saying you want a beat right now, and then you'll.
Please don't drop a beat. But it's like when you're hosting, you think like 2 sentences ahead. That's usually where I'm at when I'm on stage.
2 behind.
I'm like talking.
Like, what did I just say?
Never. I know. I get that way sometimes too, especially when I've had a. There'll be times like I'll ask somebody what their name is, and 10 seconds later, I cannot remember. But that's just because there's so much.
That's crazy though, because then you'll be really drunk and you'll remember a woman that was there the night before.
I know.
Good old Diamond.
Diamond. Oh man, shout out to Diamond. Oh, I forgot to tell you
she came back?
No. But we always talk about the people.
Yes.
We love the
people.
Someone, I want to give a shout out to one of my fans, Christine. She came to show Saturday. She's from Germany. Deutschland, as they call it.
We've got fans in Germany?
I do. And she brought me she brought me a jar of mustard from Dusseldorf, which I thought was a Harry Potter character, but it turns out to be a place in Germany.
What kind of
had
mustard?
It shipped. German mustard. From Germany.
She brought you mustard?
She brought it. She came to the show Saturday.
Mm-hmm. So it looked is that the weirdest fan gift you've ever been given?
No, but it was one of the most thoughtful.
What else? Sorry, keep going. I want to know more about.
No, I
your
just want to
fan
say thank you to
gifts.
Christine for the mustard. That was really
mustard.
sweet. I
That's-
tried it
I
as
want
soon as I
some
got
mustard.
home. I put it on some sausage. It was really
Nice.
spicy.
What kind of
It was
sausage?
very mild.
Like Trader Joe's
Chicken
or
apple sausage.
the Trader Joe's ones?
So good. No, I haven't had the Trader Joe's
Those are
ones.
good.
I
They
don't know
all
what
are
the brand
good.
name is, but if I don't really like to eat pork, but I do love those chicken
They've
apple
got-
sausages. I mean, there's no pork in them.
I was
But
gonna
it's really
say,
healthy.
we
It's like a
just said
good healthy.
chicken.
I know, but like when I started eating meat again, I really
Right, I
craved
forgot
the
you
hot
were-
dog again. Because like you walk, that's
Yeah.
gonna be used as a clip one day by my
Clip
intention.
it. Clip it.
I missed when you start eating meat after you don't eat it for so long. You walk around the city and you smell the meat to the street, and you're like, "Fuck, I can eat that now,
Yeah.
and I won't feel bad."
So-
but like, I didn't want to eat hot dogs, so I went back to the chicken apple sausages. But anyway, thank you, Christine, for the mustard. It was fantastic. I had some right before I got here. I've had some every single day since. The weirdest gift anyone's ever got
Microdosing
me
mustard.
is this woman was coming to a show. This happened like maybe. I don't think I've told anybody this.
This is
But
great.
this woman was coming to my shows for like probably like 6 months. Like she would come
Right.
to
I thought
every
you told me
Friday and
about this
Saturday show.
person.
And I didn't block her or anything, but I muted her accounts, and it was a lot. I restricted it. It was weird getting all these messages. And then like 2 weeks after I muted her, she showed up to a show, and one of the managers at a club was like, "Somebody brought something for you," and it was in like a gift bag, like a basket. And it was a Ziploc bag with someone's used underwear in it. Hers, I
No.
presume.
Ew.
It was in my possession for about 3 seconds. 'cause
You
as
even
soon as-
told anyone this?
No, now it's on the podcast.
We've got a lot in here.
That'll be fun.
Oh my god.
But yeah, as soon as I opened it up, I immediately knew who it was from. Because I was like, there's only one person who would have done something this crazy. Opened it up, and I just immediately just dropped it right in the trash.
Wow.
Maybe I should have called the police.
That's pretty.
What if that was part of a crime scene or something?
Did you ever see this girl again?
She's probably seen me. It's not a girl. This is like a woman in her 50s.
Oh god.
Yeah. She lives
This
in the
is like
Bronx.
Selena.
I know. I was thinking
Sorry.
of that too. I
'Cause
know.
that was a woman that shot her, right?
It was a woman that shot Selena. Yes, because women can do anything now. God damn it. But it was her fan. Same thing with John
right,
Lennon.
that's what I'm saying.
Guy who shot John Lennon was his fan.
Not to scare you, but
Yeah.
ugh.
If I go out, I hope I go out that way.
shot by a woman that gave
'Cause-
you her dirty underwear.
Well, yeah. Now I hope there's 2 ways I go out.
Well, Hey Siri will save you from the other way,
From
whatever the trapped situation was.
Right, yeah. So I'm safe that way. But I was saying now there's 2 ways. Now I want to either get shot by a woman who gave me her dirty underwear or get shot by a fan.
Got it.
I
Okay,
just
that's
hadn't
the same
considered that other
way.
possibility.
That's the same way.
I know.
You just
well,
said the same thing more meta.
Yeah, well, I was giving options to the universe.
Okay.
It's called manifesting,
Okay.
and I'm
Let's
getting
not
pretty good at
manifest
it.
that one.
Let's
Can we
not.
go back to the meat eating thing?
Yeah,
I like that you said the smell of the meats in the air.
yeah.
In the morning, I call it breakfast air. And I love
Breakfast
it.
air. That sounds like something from Lord of the Rings. It is breakfast air, though.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's so distinct. It smells like a bacon, egg, and cheese. And sometimes I like huff the air and then I'm like, oh, that's so sad. That's like a dead animal. But in the moment for a second, I'm like, that smells so good. I want that. And then I'm like, ooh, breakfast air. Even though it's really the smell of, dead pigs. But
I mean, that's just
Yeah.
a thought you gotta block out.
right. No, I try. I always, normally it's an immediate dopamine, like, ooh, breakfast air is what I say. And then the darker layers are like, Tori, do you know what that is?
I know there's a lot of ethics when it comes to eating meat. And listen, I'm not preaching one way or the other. If somebody feels that it's immoral for us to eat meat, I could agree with you. And if somebody says that it's not immoral and it's natural and it's how we've survived for as many thousands of years as we have, I could agree with that too. I just choose to
Put
block
chicken in a
any
blender?
confrontation out of my life and put chicken in a blender. You okay?
Yeah, but did you hear that? My leg snapped a little off. Now I'm good.
Which one? Is it just a growing snap?
Yeah, I'm good. This is great.
You ever walk around and your ankles are both cracking?
Oh,
That's so embarrassing.
No, my ankles like literally snap, crackle, pop every step
Yeah.
I take. I think it's normal. I kind of like it. Sometimes I'll I'll walk like this and I'll really like.
It's
like
like
a
you get your
symphony
own
of
little. I was
crackle.
gonna say your own little soundtrack.
Yeah, a symphony of crackle is also a quote from Ratatouille. Not to do a little,
Oh, we're gonna be talking
pivot
about
there.
Ratatouille in a minute.
'Cause she talks about when you pick out the bread, when you pick out the right baguette, you have to squeeze it and listen a little bit, and you have to find the symphony of crackle. So now you know how to pick out a good baguette, and that's how my ankles sound.
Like a rat.
Like a
Congratulations on the new place, by the way.
Thank you. Thank
Tori
you.
has been incredible the last few episodes, letting us host the show at her place.
My old place.
Yeah.
Yep.
You live in Manhattan. I live in a different country.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been easier for us to just record, but it's I have to congratulate you on this place because it's really hard to find a place in Manhattan right now. And
yeah.
I think people are doing all kinds of things to try to get a spot. Some people are paying $1,000 to take it off a market, and then the next day it's still on the market. You went above and beyond to get this place, and I think how does
That's
it feel
nice.
only having one kidney now?
Yeah, I'll be recovering for a while, but
Yeah. Well, they couldn't take your liver. I know was a big thing.
I needed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's recovering
What was
still.
left? I know. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. It's got 104 days of recovery now.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's the definition of don't make the days, make the days count. Don't count the days.
Make the days
Make
count.
the days count.
Well, I'm counting them, but we're making them count too. But yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, got the new place.
Congrats on the new place.
Thank
Congrats
you.
on the
Sobriety.
new sobriety.
Thank you. I think maybe it goes hand in hand. If you don't drink, this is what happens. I just landed here.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. No.
That's what
and actually,
happens.
I will say it wasn't that hard getting this because I was worried about it being such a shit show. But
But you slept with the guy, right?
a few. But
Yeah.
no, I I did look at a few places. Weirdly enough, I had no, I didn't care where I was gonna live. Honestly, I thought Chelsea would be nice for Broadway, but I only looked at places in the Lower East Side. One of them was a hotel, which was bizarre. They said it was a furnished apartment. I walk in and it was a hotel.
You're like, this is furnished as a motherfucker.
Yeah, and it had
These
like the
furnishings don't come off the wall.
Yeah, that's what I said. They didn't have like artwork, but it was like the mini fridge. Like I thought if I opened it, there's gonna be like little mini like alcohol bottles. Like it was that level of
You're
like
104 back to 0.
Yeah, exactly.
I can get used to this.
Oh, it's right there. No, but that was weird. And then I was like, this is gonna be. That was my first viewing. I was like, this is gonna be a shit show. And then I showed up at one place, and the guy was like, "Oh yeah, I'm not there." And I was like, "Okay." He's like, "I'll send my assistant," and then he didn't. So then when I showed up to find this place, there was the woman out front, Isabel. The shout out Isabel. She was standing here, and I was like, "Oh my God, you're a real person." And she's like, "Yeah." I was like, I don't know why I said that out loud, but it just didn't feel like this was gonna happen.
It would be funny if she was like, "Oh, you could see me too." Papa! Papa, it worked! I am but a girl again! Oh, you have neighbors now. Sorry. I forgot. You did before.
Yeah, but
this
I
is
share a
new
wall.
place. You share a wall with Isabel.
It'd be amazing if there's a person just listening to this whole thing right here, like, what are these
With a
people
glass.
doing?
They're like,
Yeah. Like,
No, I
this
don't
this
even have
shit
to listen
sucks.
to subscribe. I could just get it right here.
For free.
Hey, Troy and Tori are doing a good job on this episode.
They're so funny.
Ain't heard from them in about a month. I hope they're doing okay.
That's my impression
I was
of
like,
your
what's
neighbor.
your Wi-Fi?
Yeah. Oh, because you don't have Wi-Fi right now.
Not yet. I bought it today. Shout out Thomas in Missouri if you're listening.
Yeah. You sure you had a long conversation with him
25
about following
minutes.
his dreams?
Yeah, well, he said
So
he
either
likes
he did do an open mic tonight or he killed himself.
or he did both.
Well, every time you do an open mic, you
A
kill
little
yourself a
part
little
of
bit.
yourself, exactly.
It's like taking a spoonful of cyanide right
Totally.
before bed. After a
That's why
while, it'll catch up
I'm
again.
half of my former self. It's
Yeah.
good though. Builds
Doesn't that
character.
suck? You dry up and you still learn that those voices are still
Still there.
there.
Oh, especially living alone.
Congratulations, though.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Living
It's great.
alone is challenging when you are going through a transitional period.
Right.
When I got off coke for the last time,
Mhm.
or the last time that I got off coke, which happened to be the last time,
Look at you.
I was very
Look at
grateful that
you.
I
mean,
was
you could be counting your days too. You could hit me with like 1,000 right now. What is it at?
Yeah.
Like 3,
2
4?
years. Yeah, but
Okay,
I almost
it's-
did it the other night, so
Really?
it's good to just
What?
know.
How almost? You
You
looked at it. You thought about it.
I almost just made the call.
Well, there's a saying with sobriety.
But I was spiraling, so that's why. I was
Nev-
just looking. What's the
never
saying?
question the decision.
Oh, I thought it was
There's other
sobriety for
shit.
quitters.
But that
Um,
was the other one. But
That was the other one. It didn't tag on as
well,
well.
I'm glad you didn't.
Yeah, no, I mean, I just think sometimes I'll fuck myself and think, well, I can make it really worse. But,
Well, John Mulaney's gotten pretty far with that idea. So
yeah, and he has a baby with Olivia Munn. So
look at him. So
Yeah.
maybe you should go back.
listen, ladies, this is a show looking for love in all the AA places.
Right.
Well, congrats on the apartment and
Thank
the
you.
sobriety.
Thank you. I'm so happy.
Life update tour.
Yeah.
That's what this segment will be called.
Life update
tour.
dash tour.
Yeah, because I know it's my podcast, but I want you to
Do
feel
you-
like we could talk about you too.
Thanks. That's really nice.
Of course.
That's so thoughtful.
Anyway, here's what I did the other day.
What did you do the other day? Do
just
you want
a
to give them a life
transition.
update? Do you have a life update?
I do. I saw the Elvis movie,
Oh my God, that's not a life update.
and I enjoyed it way more than I thought I would.
Right, because
You
you've
know,
mentioned how much you hate Elvis
I
before.
mentioned probably a few times how much I don't appreciate Elvis.
You hate him.
I
Said hate.
I hate.
Hard T.
Yeah.
Hard T on
I
that
said
one.
it. I'm not gonna say I didn't say it, but I'm also not gonna backtrack,
All right.
and I'm not gonna deny that I said it. But
So you watched the movie, you liked it.
I liked the movie.
How do I
It's
not even
so
know about the
good
movie?
because I liked the movie. It's interesting how much you can enjoy Elvis if you don't focus on the racism or pedophilia. You take that stuff away, and
Mhm.
he's a stand-up guy.
He's pretty talented. I know
Pretty
he
talented.
stole things.
He stole Priscilla
Yeah.
from her parents,
And then he put her in a closet.
basically, and then popped out Lisa Marie, which I always thought was very interesting too. His name was Elvis. His wife's name is Priscilla, and they named their daughter Lisa. What? That's so boring. Lisa Marie. The most interesting thing she ever did was marry Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Lisa Marie. Elvis. Priscilla. Lisa. I'm here too, guys. Dad.
I mean, what you want
Dad,
them to
get out
name
of the
her like
bathroom.
Apple or something?
Dad, I gotta use it.
Blanket.
Maybe.
I mean, they made up for it. Well, I mean, whatever. Michael Jackson made up for it with blanket things.
Yeah,
so
but that wasn't with Lisa.
whatever. I just was making. a
Nobody
connection
knows
there.
who Blanket's mother is. Isn't that
Really?
interesting? She could be walking the streets and we would never know it. He used
Is
to
Blanket
surrogate.
even his?
I think that's the one that was his.
He just
The other two aren't.
stole it.
He just walked in and plopped it out.
Didn't he
I
have a
don't
lot of
think the
kids
first-
around him all the
He had
time?
he had three kids that were his, but the first two I don't think were his because he was worried about vitiligo spreading,
Oh,
and he didn't want them
That's
to
kinda
feel
like-
really. He
that's
didn't
like a
want
thing
to
now.
pass it on to him.
it's like
Yeah, but he was a genius, but he couldn't see that far ahead. That we'd be accepting
it's
of
so
all
crazy that he
disability.
bleached his skin.
Yeah, that's what happens when it was. I think paranoia mixed with you're the most famous person on the planet, and every woman in the world wants you, and you just drop the most famous album of all time. That's still number one. And I mean, this was like in 1982. This is Billie Jean, Thriller. That's when his skin started doing that shit. And you have enough money to surround yourself with any kind of doctor that'll tell you, yeah, just put the skin bleaching on. It'll be fine. It'll even it out. That's what they told him. They kept telling him it was going to help even out his skin. And that shit got even a little too much.
It's
It
just
evened out to
crazy
invisible.
what we can do to our bodies. Like Kim Kardashian is just like a walking mannequin.
I don't even think about Kim's surgery as much as I am not body shaming. I guess I am.
No,
But
Nikki
Chloe
Glazer recently
is-
posted about Kim Kardashian being like, I didn't body shame her. I just said, whatever you do, you're never going to get this body. You're not going to get it. It's completely
Yeah,
crafted in
that's
a...
sort of the point of a Kim Kardashian, and for those people to exist is so everyone else can look at them and
Aspire.
Go, yeah, well, not even that. I think it's more profitable to
Look
be
at it.
envious than to aspire to it. I mean, if you aspire to look like Kim, then you're probably going to buy Skims and her makeup line and shit like that. So maybe it is more profitable to aspire. But I think hate is more powerful than love.
That's a hot take.
I mean,
In general,
poetically, love is so much more powerful than hate. But do you think Putin feels insignificant next to Zelensky right now? No. That's hatred. Boom. It's shallow. Hatred is very shallow. And I have this thought about when we were
This
talking about
couch is
sobriety.
shaking as
It's
you're
shaking.
like, oh no,
I'm
we're
doing
taking a turn.
an aggressive amount of kegels.
I'm like,
But hate is
Do you wanna go
more
dark?
powerful
You
than
wanna
love,
go
but it's
dark?
less fulfilling. And I learned this
Okay.
when I was going through an addiction because I thought that I needed these things to get me on stage. I thought that I needed these things to take me to the next level, to cut through the chase, to break through and to be more relaxed and vulnerable. But I didn't realize that the more I would do those things, the more I would need those things. It's the dark side, light side analogy of Star Wars, where everybody looks at guys like Darth Vader like, oh, that dude's so cool. He's got cool ass shit. He could choke a dude from across the room. Imagine what he could do with a hand job. But like, he can do all that stuff because it requires a shitload of hatred, and he needs hatred to put gas in the tank. So it's very draining. That's why you got to look at the Jedi. That's a very noble thing to do, to be selfless. It takes love and passion, and you fall on the sword, and it's not draining. Alcohol, coke, pills, any kind of drug that you think you need to be better at something takes more from you than it gives to you, but it keeps lying to you, telling you that you need to keep doing it so you can keep doing it or get to new heights, and you can't grow that way.
No, it's actually funny. I think it was who I was with yesterday that said this to me. Yes, it was, because she's who I was with. She's 14 years sober, and she was.
I say she's 14 years old.
No, I was with a 14-year-old. She was telling me all about her sobriety.
mean,
No,
with Blanket.
yeah, except me and Blanket were chilling. Anyways, she was saying that when you start drinking, and I started drinking at 16, you just kind of numb so much that by the time you stop, it's like I almost stopped maturing for those years in a way. In a way. Like, instead of being like, oh, I'm going to unpack what's happening here, I was like, oh, I'm going to drink about it. Like, don't think about it, drink about it. Wow.
Right.
Like it just was so culturally ingrained to be like, oh, you got a problem? And it's like, to this day, everyone laughs. Like, oh, I got wasted. It's like, that's so funny. And it weirdly is. I don't know. Being fat is funny. Being drunk is funny. It's just what it is. It's funny.
Unless you're the person it's happening to.
Right? I don't know. There's something to this that I'm trying to unpack. But she was making a point of being like, you don't mature. You don't work through things that you have been struggling with. And then when you finally stop, it's like a domino effect of everything that you've just been kind of running from for all those years. It hits you in the face. And I feel like I'm kind of unpacking a lot of that. But it was interesting the way she said it.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're retraining your brain.
Yeah.
And when you stop depending on anything, coffee, whatever, like you take anything out of your life, you have to train yourself how to live without it.
Yeah.
Or how to fill that hole, quote unquote.
It was interesting though. I'm like, I don't think I'm 16 still, but there's definitely some things I could have worked on.
Yeah, I had this conversation the other day where I'm glad I smoked crack at 15. Because I got it out of the way.
Clip it.
I got it out of the way. I never had the inclination to do crack after I was 18. Because I did it. Been there, saw that movie already. Some movies you want to see a few times.
You got to go through it.
You got to go through it to get around it.
You grow through what you go through. That's a good
Hi.
one.
I'm Troy, and if you're anything like me, and 70% of other men in this planet, you suffer from impotence. That's why we at Viagra
Impotence?
have partnered with Headspace. Because if
Yeah,
you want to
that's a
go
good
through
collab.
it, you've got to grow through it.
It's a good collab.
Headspace. Think with both of them.
Wow.
Off the fly.
Oh my God.
Because I've been reading. That would be a good. Headspace and Viagra should partner
come
now.
Together.
Come together.
Think with your,
Headspace and Viagra come together.
I mean, what more could... I mean, I can't even... That's great. It's good.
That's our first ad that nobody asked for. But anyway,
I just think there's a lot of money there. I'm like, how do we pitch this?
We're giving it out for free, but you got to spend it to
We
make
got
it.
to pitch that.
I enjoyed the Elvis movie.
Oh, yeah, back to that. We
We
love a through line.
Yeah. I enjoyed the Elvis movie, and it made me think, because a couple of months ago I asked you what your favorite movie was.
Right.
And I told you what my favorite movie was, which was Goodfellas, and your favorite movie, which was a movie I hadn't seen, but it was Ratatouille. And we're gonna do a podcast where we talked about our favorite movies respectively, but you just couldn't be bothered to watch Goodfellas.
I got
However,
an hour
I watched.
in. I got an hour in.
I watched.
You picked a 4-hour movie about it was just a lot of just guns and blood and
Yeah,
and
I'm
it was
sorry.
kind of confusing.
Then I'm an
I was a
adult
little
male.
confused at times.
At what?
The whole mob thing is a lot of layers. There's a lot of layers. There's lots to understand. There's like no police, but there are police. There's like no rules, but there are rules.
Right. What's confusing?
That's a lot. That's
It's
just
Thursday,
everything.
but it's Tuesday. Forget about it, but remember something.
Right. I don't know.
What's confusing about it?
It was a bit of
You're a wise guy, but
I
you're a
had
smart
whiplash.
ass.
I was like, I don't know what anything
it's
is.
a lot of back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. But I.
I mean, it was important. I think that I learned something, but yeah.
But you didn't, and that's what's really important.
Oops.
But I since we couldn't see eye to eye on movies, an interesting thing that we were talking about was Stranger Things.
Oh yeah.
And Stranger Things, I'm a fan of Stranger Things. One of those.
We
shows.
can't see eye to eye on either. Oh my god, I just had a stroke.
No, I by the way, I watched
don't-
Ratatouille, and I have
yeah.
a whole page of notes, and I'm
You
waiting.
wrote or you were like Remy is the rat. It wasn't even like thought-provoking notes. It was just a very matter of fact. You basically wrote down the plot of the movie. It wasn't even. Yeah, you wrote down. Yeah.
What did you? Can you pull out your notes for Goodfellas?
I wrote down. I see why you can relate to
Right.
this because
Yeah.
of his relationship with his dad,
Thoughtful.
and it was kind
You
of
see this-
intense.
Wow, you really only did watch the first 5 minutes. That is still. Anyway, here's the plot
Well,
of
and it's all about
Ratatouille.
wanting to be a gangster. You always
Remy
wanted to,
lives in a rat colony. I feel like I'm in one right now. In a woman's house in Paris. Wow, this movie just keeps getting more relatable. The rest of his colony is only interested in food for sustenance, which I related
These notes
to.
are ass.
Remy is a pro, and when his I don't even. It's been like 2 months since I've seen the movie.
The point of watching the movie was to take the overarching story that anyone can have talent
Yeah,
and
which is at the
anyone can
bottom
make
of
a
my notes here.
difference. That's and that
'Cause I
and
took
that you can
thorough
change your
notes.
mind about certain things and you can be open-minded and grow. That's really
Right.
the
Unless
whole
it
thing
comes
is
to watching
anyone can
Goodfellas.
cook. Yeah, you're right. Unless,
Anyone can cook,
unless
but not
you don't
anyone can
wanna-
appreciate art.
Yep. That's what I wanted you to take from that.
No,
Honestly,
I'm
I
sorry.
just-
Wait, can you give me your thing about Ratatouille? Why do you love Ratatouille so much?
I love Ratatouille because of the overarching message that anyone can do anything.
Mm-hmm.
That talent comes from anywhere. It's kind of like Good Will Hunting, like the janitor has the good ideas. Remy's a rat, and the whole thing is anyone can cook. And then the Anton ego at the end where he changes his mind about how anything happen. You know, I don't know. You're just really looking at me like I'm going to say
No,
something
I thought-
prolific and just...
I just loved how you you summarized Good Will Hunting.
Yes,
he's the guy
'cause-
with the ideas.
That's
and
what
his
Ratatouille
mentor's
is.
wife died.
Essentially.
Boston.
It's just a form of that in rats
Yeah.
for the kids
Right.
and me.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
why it's so good.
I don't see
How
why
you
you're
feel
not reviewing
so
movies.
good by the end.
That's great. Hi, this is Tori Cole, and this is Caveman
It's-
Movie Review. Rat cook food. Big dream we have. Feel good inside. Part 2.
That's what's going on in here.
I love it.
That's how I do everything. Yep.
I love it.
Music. Is that what you were going with the
That is
Stranger
what I was
Things?
gonna go. That's
Back to
hell
Stranger
of a
Things.
hell of a way to start the segment. Music.
Music. Honestly, we should have things written down in front of us. This has been
I
kind of
do.
helpful.
I've been yeah.
Okay.
Oh, shout out to Tori. Got us these coloring books that have been super
Coloring
helpful.
books, paint by numbers.
Yeah. Oh shit! It's 6 o'clock already. We
Do you have
got
to leave?
Yeah, in like 10 minutes.
Okay.
Let's get through this last segment. And we got through. Is there anything we didn't get through?
Glasses. I was just gonna say mine are real and yours aren't.
Yeah,
But you're not wearing yours. Oh
took
my
'em off.
god. I didn't even notice.
Yeah, it is.
I took 'em off. That was a blind moment.
That was.
I was really convinced I was gonna look over and you're gonna have glasses on. All right, music.
You have to stay up all night writing another 20 minutes of material. Music, yes. So the point of this is Stranger Things.
Mm-hmm.
I
didn't
new
watch.
season is out.
You watched, so
yeah,
you
it's-
explain.
I know. Stranger Things is over 2 hours. So there is there's a bad guy in this new season who traps you in an alternate dimension, and if you want to get pulled out of it and not die, you have to. The best way to do it is listen to a song that you really love because it connects you to the happy
One
memories.
song?
Any song, just a song that you really love, and it connects you to your memories of your life outside of this dark dimension. And the song in Stranger Things was an old song from the 80s by Kate Bush called Running Up That Hill, which is like everybody's listening to it now. But I thought it would be interesting to go through our
Right.
upside down playlists.
Upside. Yeah. Right.
That's what it's called. That's what the alternate dimension
well, what
is called.
song?
So
What would be your one song?
I got it on the playlist.
Oh, but like, what comes to mind first? Like, if you had to pick one song, being like, this is gonna provoke such happy thoughts and memories, this is the song. One song and one song only.
The song that I would choose.
That's the beginning of.
Yeah. The clip.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it would be
One song and one. Okay.
Yeah. One. I know. I was gonna get. I'm so mad that you said it because that was gonna be what I was gonna go to.
Really?
That was a good tee up.
Well, go for it. Just.
Yeah. What was for what song?
I don't know.
The intro. One song only.
Something about Paris.
Something
Friends
about it. What
hanging
about?
on Paris. All right. What's
That rings
your
a bell.
song? What's your song? I already canceled myself in the beginning of this.
My songs that I had. I don't know if the song at the top is your number one song, but mine. The first one is Jungle Love by The Time.
Okay.
Then Tutti Frutti by Little Richard.
Very you.
Blame It on the Boogie, The Jacksons. Soul Makusa by Manu Dibango. That's the song where,
This is like my heavy rotation right now.
yeah, I guess so.
They got a little lazy with this. It's not like from the archives of my life. It's like, this is what you've been listening to.
That's interesting because I guess I haven't really been listening to any new music. But these songs are the ones. Fergalicious is up there. That's probably the one that I would love to use getting out of alternate dimension just for comedic effect. Just to be like, Troy, you have to submit yourself to me. I'm like, whoa, 3, 2, 1. And then just walking right out. All the time I come around, I'm like,
That's good. That's great.
yeah, so I would say out of all these songs, Fergalicious I would use,
Okay.
definitely. That's the one that I want to fight the demon against. Yeah, Fergalicious. That's and if I wanted to torture the demon, I would play her version of the national anthem.
Ugh.
Yeah. What about yours? What's on your playlist?
Wait, her as in the artist?
Fergie. Yeah.
Got it. I
Yeah.
like HER.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. All right, what's
Right.
on mine? First song is Sam Smith, "Baby You Make Me Crazy," which love that song, but wouldn't be my way out.
Yeah, it wouldn't be good vibes.
No, "Too Good" by Drake. That's a great one.
I'm just too good to you.
Yep.
Is that one?
Mm-hmm.
Is that the one with Rihanna?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then "Broken Clocks," SZA. That's a good one.
Mm.
"Nobody Like You," Cascade. That makes me very happy. I like that song. "In My Head" by Ariana Grande. That has been on repeat for me lately.
That's a good
Those are my
good few songs.
thanks.
Let
Yeah.
your little mind peer into your subconscious there with that.
Yes, they actually do kind of have like a through line.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Hey, do you have any I feel like we covered a lot of ground on this podcast this week.
A lot, yeah.
You have any parting words for
Parting
the people
words.
this week?
We'll be back next week.
We will be back.
Yeah. We have to really keep doing this, so
Yeah.
I feel like we've left them hanging a few times, so
It's okay.
I just want them to know that we're gonna be here.
that we're here.
It's gonna be okay.
We'll be there for you next week.
Yeah. You can put chicken in a blender, so I don't know. That's a big thing to learn.
Yeah.
That's a big takeaway.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
That's the biggest thing I learned today.
and I learned today that I talk a little too much about how much I hate Elvis.
No, you did a nice job this time.
Oh, good.
It was positive. Except for hate being stronger than love. That's
Just the truth. But thank you for coming around on that one. Yeah, those are good parting words. Hate is not stronger than love.
Thank you.
Just, I mean, in a metaphorical sense, it's not, but in a literal sense, it is. Love didn't build the Death Star.
Okay, fair enough. I'll let you have that one.
Think love ended World War II? No. A nuclear bomb did.
All right. Yep. There
Two
we
of
go.
'em.
Okay. You're making
I'm not
points.
saying it's right.
It wasn't a love bomb. It wasn't a love bomb. Okay.
That's the name of the episode right there. Wasn't a love bomb. I'm not going to write you a love bomb.